guys and gals, and here from Drake Wayne Game, and it's 70 Mounts Word of the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Violet Memoir, Leigh's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. How's it here? I saw it in my dream, but it's here. What's going on? Calm down, kid. Think about this. You probably just read ahead and saw this. You mentioned you went pretty far on Tuesday. Maybe you just read this and forgot about it. I suppose. Look. He moves to come sit next to me, hesitating for a moment before placing a hand on my head. He doesn't pat or rub or ruffle my hair. He just stays there, giving me his presence. There's nothing to worry about. No monster coming to get you. No evil diary trying to ruin your life. All this is getting to your head. What should I do then? Just relax and take care of yourself. That's all any of us can do, alright? Yeah. Okay. Good. You want me to stay the night? I can get Charlie to go stay with a friend if you need me. No, I'll be fine. I think I just need to take a shower and watch some videos. Relax a little, like you said. That's better. This time he does ruffle my head, leading me to slap his arm away as we both laugh. We stay there a little while later, ignoring the obvious elephant in the room as the diary lays sitting on the desk. Eventually Lee gets up, but hesitates at the door. I expect him to say something back to me, but he just stands there, deep in thought. What's wrong? Oh, nothing, really. Just thinking about something Miss Corrin said to me. A bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. She didn't seem like that kind of person. I think she really cares. That just lulls him into another silence. One that takes significantly longer, nearly a full minute where I almost considered prodding him again, but decided it'll be best to leave it to let him have the initiative. Did you want to go out tomorrow night? Out? Yeah, just to have some fun and say fuck it to all this shit with the diary and Helena. Just something for us. I think I'd like that. Great. For the first time since we got to the shelter, Leigh looks genuinely excited about something. This might be the first time I've ever seen him light up like that. He leaves shortly enough, but I don't feel lonely. I just feel a lot of anticipation for what's to come. I'm left to my devices. I stay true to my word and just have a humble shower before grabbing some food and watching some videos. It isn't the most glamorous, but it's distracting. Eventually, I remember that I haven't checked my phone all day, and I find a flood of messages from everyone that I slowly reply to, but one that truly catches my eye is the one from Lily. Thanks for the talk today. I'll swing by tomorrow and we can have some fun. Maybe invite the others. You get a distraction from everything I dumped on you. I quickly type back a reply, hoping to catch her before she makes any serious commitments. I have plans tomorrow with Leigh. Oh, I know. Don't worry. You'll be in time for your little date. He called me for some advice and word got around fast. He called it a date? Well, no, but who knows how the night might end up. Be ready for anything. I'll be there around lunch. Sounds good. It's not long before it gets late enough to get some rest. I've never been one to avoid sleeping, but all these nightmares have been making me nervous. Having more on top of my usual fare isn't something I'm excited about. I just lay back and try to focus on my excitement for tomorrow, hoping that can quell any night terrors coming my way. Nope. Waking up to knocking hasn't been something I've experienced since middle school. Marcus used to always wake me up that way to make sure I was ready to catch the bus. I never really needed it, but I didn't tell him that. I was just happy that he was around. He'd always come to wait by the bus with me, even though he didn't need to. Some of the other kids would tease me for needing their older brother around, but I wouldn't listen to them. None of them understood how close we were. Mom and Dad weren't around much. It wasn't because they didn't care or didn't want to be. They were just busy with work, but they'd call us every night if they couldn't make it home. The knocking stopped after Marcus left. Mom stayed home for the first couple of months after that, making sure I was getting up on time, but she never knocked. I should have been grateful for the less annoying method of waking me up, but I wasn't. What I would have given to be woken up by his knocking just one more time. Then I hear it again, the knocking at the door that jolts me further out of my slumber, causing me to nearly fall out of my bed as I rush to get up as fast as possible. I don't even bother getting dressed as I make a mad dash for the door, not even realizing that this room isn't the same one I'd grown up in for my entire life. I'm completely distracted with yanking this door open. Marcus? But it isn't him standing there. Of course it isn't him standing there. This isn't my house, this isn't 5 years ago. I thought I'd gotten over this, but all the stress lately has got me thinking about it. In the place of my brother is Lily, looking just as untouchable as always, as if the world itself couldn't touch her. I wish I could be like that. Her expression isn't what I'd been expecting. I thought she'd be confused or happy to see me, but the moment his name left my lips, her smile morphs into a melancholic imitation of itself. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to intrude on something so personal. No, it's fine. You just woke me up and I got a little confused. I can tell. It's a good thing I didn't bring any of the boys with me, or they'd be getting an eyeful. There's a moment of confusion before I realize that I'm standing in my door with just my underwear on, leaving very little to the imagination. Trying to hide my shame, I close the door so only my head is peeking out, but the damage is already done. Lily is trying and failing to hold back her giggling until she's full-on laughing right in front of me. It's hard to not crack a smile, and the lingering hurt at Marcus's absence fades as lucidity fully returns to me. Just give me a second to get changed. I won't be too long, I swear. Take your time, Wallace. We're in no rush. It's just us for now. Right. Sorry. I'll take my time. I'm always here when you need it. Just call me Super Lily. And I do mean that, Wallace. You deserve to have someone to talk to as well. Don't be afraid to come to me if you need it. Thanks. I will. Good. And I'll be checking in just in case. I can't trust guys like you to take care of yourself. That's funny. I think Leigh said the same thing about me before. It's because we worry about you, but he's just a mother hen. But we'll talk about that later. Now you go get yourself dressed before someone sees you. I doubt you can handle that. Right. Yeah, I'll do that. It didn't take long for me to get ready, but Lily's chattering through the door wasn't helping the process, especially when she started to reassure me that I looked good and that the boys definitely would find me attractive. I feel truly defeated by the time I'm fully dressed, and I can't feel my face outside of the fire burning underneath my skin. I open the door and she's leaning against the door frame, still chatting away through the door as if she didn't see me. I know she knows I'm there as her smile steadily grows bigger the longer she talks without acknowledging me. It's clear that she's just teasing me, and it's hard to not feel charmed by it. And I know that that's attractive to gay guys. I bet Leigh eats that up too. I know that you're really into him, and I know he's probably down too if he could get his head out. Wait, you were serious when you said he was into me? Lily? Oh, honey, you have no idea, do you? What do you mean? Lily? Don't worry about it, sweetie. Maybe it's best not to tell you. You're pretty adorable. Okay. Today isn't about that. Not yet, anyway. Today's about enjoying ourselves and getting you all ready for your date tonight. It isn't a date, right? I don't think it is. Anything could be a date if you try hard enough. That makes you sound like Oscar. He isn't always wrong. Oscar might be a little intrusive and loud, but he's right about things. People just don't take him seriously. I think he'd do a lot of good for Leigh if they were closer. You think? Leigh is amazing, but he takes himself a little too seriously. We're college students. This is the last chance we get to be kids before the grown world fully takes all our time away. That makes it sound so bad. It doesn't have to be. Life is what you make it, Wallace. You don't have to conform to what the world wants or what your mind wants you to be. I don't want to get into this too much, not yet at least, but I can tell that what happened with your brother is still lingering over you. Just don't let that control you. It's your past, not your present or future. After I lost my mom, it consumed me for the longest time. If it wasn't for my dad trying his damned hardest to get through to me, I might have continued on a path that would have only hurt me. Like I told you yesterday, the scars are still there, but I don't let them control me. I want to live myself for both my mother and me, and for my dad, too. Oscar has the right idea. It's better to live each day as if it's your last, because you never know what might happen. You don't know who you might lose you don't know who you might lose, or if it's your last day on Earth. Whoa. Sorry, I didn't mean for that to get all serious, but I just want the best for you, Wallace. The best for Leigh, too. We all do. All of you are worried about me? Of course, you were really messed up over everything that happened. Lucas was really worried about you. We had to chat so I could reassure him that you were okay. Funny enough, I convinced him to call Oscar about that. I thought he'd do a better job with it. And he listened? Lucas doesn't dislike Oscar as much as you think. He just does things that frustrate him, but Oscar's probably even better for Lucas than he'd be for the two of you. I think you're doing a pretty good job with Leigh so far. I'm doing a good job? I wasn't trying to do anything. I'm not surprised. You don't seem to understand just how powerful you are. Powerful? You have this ability to make everyone gravitate around you, and you make them want to be a better person. Even I've felt it a little bit. If it wasn't for this week, I might not have visited my mom yesterday. I'm grateful to have met you, Wallace, truly. I didn't know what to say. I've never had anyone talk about me like this before. Even with my brother, it was always an unspoken affection between us, but we rarely talked about it. But like I said, I'm worried about you. It's not just the things about your brother, either. You always look a little haunted by things. I don't know what to say. That's okay. I'm mostly just rambling here, but I want you to listen, okay? Leigh's mentioned that he's worried about you looking into stuff regarding Helena. He really shouldn't. I'm fine. I agree, don't get me wrong. I think he's being a little overprotective, but I do think he does have a point. Whatever's going on with you in the diary has been stressing you out. I just don't want you hurting yourself because you feel like you need to figure out what happened. But I don't. Let me finish and we can move on from this. I didn't want to spend today talking about this, but we're supposed to be enjoying today, not talking heavy topics again. Alright, sorry. I'll listen. I swear. I know you will. You're too sweet to lie. Hey! Anyway, I know you want to learn more about the diary, or maybe it's something more than that. I don't know, but I want you to remember that this isn't Helena's story, okay? What do you mean? Your life is your story, and it's about you. The mystery isn't important, and if things start to affect you negatively, I want you to realize that some things just aren't worth it. Sometimes you just gotta let things go. I open my mouth to say something, but she immediately cuts me off with that other sentence. Not even giving me a chance to argue. Her tone is serious now, and I know that this is the time to listen. I know it isn't that easy, trust me. I'm still getting through it, but I need to remember one thing, and I need you to remember one thing, and if there's anything you can take away from this conversation, it's this. Letting go doesn't mean you're abandoning them or forgetting them. She says it with such conviction and intensity that I'm almost left wondering if this is the same playful girl I've come to know over the last week. Her firm tone commands enough respect that I wouldn't be able to forget them if I wanted to. If she's like this, I'm terrified to ever have to meet her father. If he's supposed to be even scarier than her, I don't know if I'm ready for that. He might be scarier than Leigh or even the nightmares. Sometimes the best thing we can do for ourselves and those we've lost is move on. I know that's easier said than done, and I'm not trying to say anything. It's just something I want you to remember. Lily. Letting them go isn't leaving them behind. It's remembering them and respecting them enough to move on. It isn't an easy or slow process. I'm still working through it myself. Just don't let things consume you, okay? I'm worried about you. I don't have to force you to do anything, mind you. I just have a hunch you needed to hear this. I don't know what to say, but thanks for caring so much. It's nothing, Wallace. We're your friends for a reason. You should lean on us a little more, actually. Lee's bad enough as it is. We don't need you trying to imitate him. He's a bad influence. I don't think he's that bad. Of course you don't. She says that with enough sarcasm I left pouting as she bursts into laughter. The heavy mood from before is dissipating. I'm unable to keep a smile from my face. There's something comforting about Lily that I don't get from any of the guys, not even Leigh. I'm glad that we're talking a lot. I couldn't imagine trying to push through all these thoughts in my head without her. Now, that's enough of all this heavy shit. Today's the fun day, not whatever all that was. I blame you for making me worry, so you better make it up to me. What did I do? I'm kidding, don't worry about it. I'm just trying to lighten up the mood, but really, leave the diary and everything regarding it at home today. I don't even want to hear about it, what you learned from the shelter. Save it for later. Are you sure? Yep, today is all about you. It's all about you and having fun. Leigh told me that he's got work this morning, so it's my job to make sure that your mood is high and laughter aplenty. Wait, Leigh put you up to this? Not really. I was already planning on coming to talk to you after our chat last night. He just mentioned that he was going to be working and wanted me to check up on you. You know he just cares about you. I'm not mad. It's really sweet. That's Leigh for you. I barely know him a week, but that guy is more of an open book than you, and that's saying something. Hey! She giggles and darts off down the hallway. I'm not given any chance to prepare before she's rushing down the stairwell as if she expects me to chase after her. I consider chasing her before settling on just taking the elevator. I don't want to take a tumble down the stairs. I've become significantly less confident on my feet after everything that's happened, especially needing to be safe from tripping by Leigh twice. But I can't but look forward to today. Even though I'd have everyone helping me through this, we haven't had time to truly relax since things started happening on Wednesday. I think the last time we just hung out was Thursday for lunch, right before everything went wrong at the library. We're not all going to be hanging out together from the sounds of it, but I'll enjoy the time I have with Lily and Leigh today. I have the feeling Oscar is going to be badgering my phone regardless. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout-out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all for all I do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Kate Summer, and thank you going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks to our 2 gold tier members, Zeke and Toby. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for subbing to our ultimate tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our not safe for work content as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye!